up? Bradley and Johnson with a email reply. It was kind of a comment. It says, many people say that if you are low in body fat, like 10 or 5%, you can see your abs. But I'm 8.8% body fat, but I can't see my abs. What am I doing wrong? First of all, how are you working out this body fat percentage? This is one of those things that is notorious through the fitness industry. I say completely ignore your body fat percentage and don't even talk about them, don't even bring them up, because all people do is get them wrong. You jump on scales and they tell you some number. My scales, you've probably seen in the cut. Take a look at the playlist, the cut, if you haven't seen it. Link there if I remember to do it. You'll say every time I jump on my scales, it says I'm 22-point-something% body fat. It's always said that. It's never said anything higher than, like, it's been about, I think, 23 at one point, and I think when I got right to the end of my cut, I was like 20. They're just wrong, right? Not all of them are as wrong as that, but they're all wrong. Whether you're doing calipers, area of incorrect, it's not always gonna be right. Whether you're jumping on a set of scales that you got off eBay that tell you, whether you're just eyeballing it and being like, you're just gonna get it wrong. The only right way to do it is so expensive. It's that chamber thing, and you go in and they do all that stuff, technological science stuff. I'm not gonna get into it, I don't really know about it, but I know it's accurate. You know, the whole MRI thing. But is it really that serious? It's just a number at the end of the day. It's pretty useless information. It's just a number. So, in terms of your body fat percentage, if you think you're at 8.8% body fat, you are probably wrong, because that is incredibly close to competition body fat. In fact, 8.8 is probably less body fat than I've ever had in my life before. And now, whilst, yeah, it's just a lot of, there's not a lot of fat at all. So you're probably not there. So let's assume you're something higher. Let's say it's 12. Your genetics for the way in which your body loses fat are just your genetics. Now, the genetics that I have mean that I get abs at quite a high body fat percentage. I can have a decent amount of fat on my body, but my abs will start to show through that fat. But they get to this point where they stop, and at that point, fat starts going from everywhere. So to get to that really ripped abs look, I need to be really, really lean. Like, for instance, at the moment, let me see if I can show you. It's like here. It's hard to see. Not the best. I'd have to pull my pants down. How far do I want to pull my pants down on YouTube? You see this vein here? Now, if you imagine that, right? That is all over my legs, but much worse. My legs, top of my legs, lean out like crazy quick, right? And then I've still got all this, like, you look, still got all this fat on my stomach, because that's the kind of like a plateau that I get to with that area of fat loss. But my legs start leaning out. They look like, seriously, like the London Tube man, my legs look like at the moment. I'll probably do a picture or something, but I'm not taking off my pants for this. Your genetics, the way you lose fat, is just the way they are. You sometimes just got to keep going. You're probably not as low in fat as you think you are. You are probably, if you're at such a low fat percentage, it could be the case that you don't have very strong abs. They're not very large, which means you need to improve your core strength. And the way to do that is heavy compound movements mostly, and direct heavy ab work. Not 6 million crunches. I'm talking weighted crunches, set as 10 to 15 reps. 4 sets or something like that, to increase the size and hypertrophy of those muscles to make them show better if you have lagging abs. But bigger abs, keep going. There's not really much you can do about your genetics. We're stuck with who we are, basically. I would love to, like, my six-pack to be completely ripped from like 15% body fat or whatever, but you know, and also ignore body fat percentages. And you even mentioned in your thing, like, for 10 or 5% your abs will show. A 5% body fat, you're only just about able to survive. That is competition stage percentage of body fat. Those people have striated everything. Even their fat is striated. So yeah, all I have to say on that is ignore those body fat percentages. Just ignore them. They're just numbers anyway. And fat ain't nothing but a number. Bradley@gmail.com. If you've got any queries or favorites or suggestions or anything, let me know. Other than that, like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe. Peace.